Hi Algebra, we are on to lesson 2 where we're going to start doing operations with integers. Here we go. In number 1 here, we're going to put the sum of the numbers that point to it in each box. So starting at the very top, we have a line pointing to 14 and a line pointing to 4. So the sum of those means add them together. The sum would be 18. Go ahead and finish the rest and start again when you're ready. So you've filled in your boxes here. This is just a cool way to see a pattern that we can use with lots of different places on the number line. 9 plus 9 equals 18, and then as we move out, 8 plus 10 equals 18, 7 plus 11 equals 18, and you might be thinking about why this works. Well, think about it this way. If 8 plus 10 equals 18, if I just take 1 away on one side and add 1 to the other side, I still have that same number, 18. In the next section here, we are looking at some mobiles with some numbers and we're deciding if they're balanced or not. We're going to write equals in the blank if they are balanced. If they're not balanced, we want to put the correct symbol less than or greater than in the blank. And the idea here is to do it without calculating. So that means doing some mental math and not even calculating the mental math in your head, just reasoning through, are these going to be equal? Why or why not? So go ahead and try 2, 3, and 4 and start again when you're ready. In number 2, I see that we have 37 on both sides, and then we have 65 on the right and 63 on the left. That 65 on the right is going to make that side heavier. And so I'm going to use the symbol less than, meaning 63 plus 37 is going to be less than 65 plus 37 because this side is heavier. My balance would go like that. Number 3, I have 51 plus 74 on one side and 50 plus 75 on the other side. I'm going to know that these are balanced because 50 is 1 less than 51, but 75 is 1 greater than 74. So we gave away 1 on one number, but we added 1 on the other number, and so it's still going to be balanced. On number 4, I know that this one is going to be a greater than symbol. And that's because 123 is 3 more than 120, but 95 right here is only 1 more than 94. So my balance is going to go like this, and I need the greater than symbol. Right here, I know that n needs to be 41 to make that balanced. And that's because 30 is 2 more than 28. So to make that balanced, this number needs to be 2 less than the other side, or 2 less than 43. In number 6, it's showing you another way to look at what we just saw in problem number 5. 30 is 2 more than 28, and we see this with that bigger bar. And so n needs to be 2 less than 43 to keep both sides the same length, or both sides even. In number 7, Ayana drew this picture to make sense of problem number 5, so that same one we were just working on, just in a different way here. She saw that 28 plus 43, if that's going to equal a number, then using that same pattern we saw before, 30 plus this number needs to equal that same number, and if 30 is 2 greater than 28, then n needs to be 2 less than 43, so n needs to be 41. So 3 different ways to look at the same problem. We had the mobile, we had the picture that Luis drew, and we had the picture that Ayana drew. Okay, looking at number 8, now we're doing some operations. We're going to connect numbers whose difference is 4, meaning, as example, 5 minus 1 equals 4. And so we have a line connecting 5 and 1. So your job is to draw 3 more lines that connect numbers that differ by 4. Go ahead and try it. Okay, here's the 3 that I drew, this red one, this yellow one, and this red one right here. I want you to add a line that goes into the negatives if you don't have one. So this one, from 1 to -3, that differs by 4. You could also have 2 to -2 or 3 to -1. I want you to have one line that goes into the negative, so add that if you don't have it. Here's the 3 lines that I drew in number 9. I want you to add a line that crosses 0 if you haven't yet. So like this one goes from 20 to -30. They differ by 50 and they cross 0. So add a line like that if you don't have it. As we go down to number 10, we have this little note off to the side. This is important. It says that number lines are models. So it's a tool that we can use to see what's happening. So the spacing doesn't have to be perfect, but the order always has to be correct, meaning your lowest numbers are always on the left and your highest numbers are always on the right. So this model right here is showing us that 52 minus 19, that distance, we want to figure out what does this number have to be here to make that number minus 20 equal the same thing. And so I'm going to see from my model that that has to be 53. Going on to number 11, I'm going to show 83 minus 37 with this line right here. And I need that to be the same as 80 minus a number. So I know that this distance right here between 80 and 83 is 3. So I need that same distance right here. And that would give me 34 because then my distance would be 3. Going on to number 12, I have 487 minus 290, that's the first part. And I need that to be equal to a number minus 300. So 300 needs to be greater than 290, so I'm going to put it right there. And I can see that I need that distance to be the same so that when I subtract, I get the same distance. Now from 290 to 300, that's 10. So I need this to be the distance of 10 as well. And there you go. Okay, on number 13 here, I've just placed the numbers that I know. I have 8,000, I have 7,998, and I have 179. The problem is telling me that on the right-hand side, we're taking 7,998 minus 179. And I need to figure out what number needs to go for D to make the left side the same. So I can see that from 8,000 to 998, that's a distance of 2. So I need a distance of 2 from 179 to this number as well, and that would be 177. All right, algebra, nice job making it through this video and working hard on it. I just want to remind you that using the number line is not a different way to add or subtract at all. It's just using a model to be able to visualize what's happening. And that's what's important for us, is to be able to visualize and see what's going on with the math. So good job again, and keep on going.